All right.
There's Joey.
Should I try this again, or can everybody can hear me fine? That's weird.
No, they
All right.
can't. Here, let's. Here, give us 1 second. We're gonna redo this call and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, hopefully we got all the sound figured out. I mean, I guess everybody just talk and let's see.
Hello,
Calvin,
hello.
I'm still thinking it might possibly be quiet. I have no idea.
Can you guys hear me now?
Nope.
I
No.
can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
They
I
can.
can hear you.
Yeah, the people in Skype can hear you.
Yeah, the people in Skype can hear me, but I'm
Still really
really
low.
low. I don't believe this.
Am I low, guys? Chat.
Yeah, 'cause I can see all your voices.
I
Wow.
just want to know.
What do you
Is
want?
probably is it on XSplit when you switch back from being on the break screen when you muted our voices? That's pretty bad.
I did
go.
pizza bites and chocolate fudge once. That was pretty bad. That was a bad time.
All right, guys. I know I'm not Ghost Ayami. We know that Ghost Ayami is not Calvin, all that stuff, but we're trying to fix it here. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Spinners on top of everything today.
Yeah, we're fixing everything right quick, guys. Can you all hear me now? That's the question I'm wondering.
Yep, they do.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Thank
Awesome.
you, Ben Warrior. You're a freaking man. All right, so anyway, what I was talking about when we came back from break, I'm going to be announcing some tournaments that, we're going to give a couple shout-outs to. One tournament in particular that's going to kick off the 2012 year for Halo anyway is going up in northern New Jersey near the New York area. It's called, y'all are very familiar with this, here it comes, NJ Halo. What they got going on is a special community building event. Trying to bring Halo back. They're going to have some 4v4s, 2v2s, FFAs, and I heard they say on their website if they have at least 22 4v4 teams show up, that the payout is going to be at least $1,000. So
For first or
I don't know. That's the payout. But I got the site right here. I'm gonna plug it into the chat box for you guys, and y'all can go check it out. All the information is right there for you. So go check it out. And I think if you can go to this event, you definitely need to get a team together and go. You got an FFA, you got 2v2, and a 4v4. Like this, and it's only Halo. Usually, NJ Halo does not run, just Halo events. So, for the way their community is right now, I'm going to pass this around the table. I'm going to ask y'all, how does this affect our community in a good way? How does it help build and all that stuff? Just give your take on, the whole thing, the impact that this tournament should make on our community. I'm going to ask Spinner first.
Well, the only thing that, it doesn't really help her. I might be, Debbie Downer here, but considering there have always been local tournaments and all this kind of stuff, it hasn't really created a huge growth in anything like that. If you've seen anything in the last 2 to 3 years, that you've seen that land centers just cannot stay, open and profitable and stuff like that in a local setting. It's just, as a, in a business aspect, they just, they're not pulling in enough players. They're not pulling in enough, people that want to come and just game regularly. They're not pulling in, all that to make it profitable. And as great as local tournaments are and as fun as they are and all that kind of stuff, you just, you really don't make money off of them. And, it just really doesn't do much for a overall Halo scene to get new players into it. Because if you don't really already know about Halo, you're never going to go and play at a Halo tournament locally. That's just kind of how it is.
All right, Ghost, what is your take on this whole tournament thing?
Well, I feel like NJ Halo, it's definitely a good way to see who's, pretty much coming to the, tri-state area tournaments and who's sometimes the best in the tri-state area. I feel like it definitely gets a couple people psyched for the tournaments. However, I feel like when the same people end up showing up, the same locals, and winning every time, it definitely scares away a couple of the amateurs. But at the same time, you got to look at now that there's going to be a whole different, game type settings, and I feel like that can definitely bring a wide audience, for this first tournament, because it's actually going to be, no bloom, no sprint, and people want to play that. It's actually fun. So even when Gears of War 3 first came out, got a very big just explosion of teams and players showing up, whether it was the 2v2 or the 4v4s. So I feel like it definitely is a good attraction, but it really depends on the quality of the game. I feel like, if the game is good, then those tournaments are successful. But, with reach settings not really being successful up until this point, I feel like it wasn't a huge impact, in the last 2011 season. But hopefully we can see, a little bit of a boom in teams showing up and players showing up, and that can translate to the 2012 MLG season.
right, Mr. X, like I said, we've been asking you all night. As somebody looking from the outside into the Halo community, do you think that this tournament will help the Halo community build itself back up to, at least something?
I mean, I think the more tournaments you have for the game you're playing, it's obviously better for your community. And I think what Ghost, you were saying, it's the first tournament with the new settings. I think to see how the settings play on a LAN in a competitive setting, and to see maybe new kids will come out because they'll try the settings online and like them. And then who knows where it goes from there. I mean, I think the only reason why we can do this MLG thing, it's basically a big like local LAN tournament. Like without the local LAN tournament starting it would never blossom to this. So to see how the new rules go and maybe some new teams come out, I think it can only do good.
Definitely.
I agree.
He agrees.
So let's go. Anyway,
All right, Awkward. As somebody that lived 15 minutes away from where
it's gonna be,
and have been the NJ Halos, what do you think about this whole, aspect of they're only going to be playing Halo? Like, what kind of impact does this make on the Halo community?
before I get into that, I want to give a special shout out to Rod Lane, who's stuck with NJ Halo for a while, and I'm glad to see he's doing this. He's noticing that the Halo community is, I don't know, trying to get back together, get everything going again. But yeah, like Ghost was saying before, I do feel like a lot of the time, same players win the local tournaments, and it does scare away a lot of the players. That I've noticed that. I mean, I hate to say it, like I actually have not showed up to tournaments mainly because I couldn't get a good team to match up with the teams that were there that keep on winning.
Yeah, and even that, like I remember back when I was first, attending the NJ Heroes and the locals, like they actually had a point system where if you depending on where you placed, you get a certain amount of points, and once you're over the amount of points, you actually can't attend a tournament until, kind of like I guess a driver's license point, until those points fade away, to let new people come in and get more tournament action. So and that, I feel like it kind of touched on what Mr. X was saying earlier about how we need to get some of those pros out of the spotlight and out of their holding grounds, so we can get a couple more people interested and also excited with that feeling of being able to win something. That's what attracts the people and keeps them there for a while. So the point system that Rod Lane had going on back in 2005, I believe, was a pretty good, solid idea. And I think that would work out just as well with MLG. Just once you win a certain amount of times, you got to go to the bigger and better tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I remember hearing all the players that are doing better, like Fat Hole, people were talking about in the chat, and then learning about like Milk and all them. And now I'm like friends with these guys. And things go a long way with local tournaments. You meet everybody in your area, and you start to actually get your name out there if you have the skill. I think that's another big thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, the good thing with local tournaments is if you play against people that are better than you, you're potentially going to end up getting better playing them. So if you have a drive to play, then, I mean, you should go to local tournaments regardless. And hopefully at that point you could get better and keep getting better and keep getting better. Maybe you can, if you go to a local tournament, attract 4 other people that really don't know about it to go. I mean, that's the only way that this kind of thing is going to grow even bigger, is if you're not afraid to tell your friends who are casual gamers that, it's a cool thing to do and, it's fun and competitive and all that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, a majority of people now are competitive at anything. You throw anything in front of them, they'll be competitive at it. I mean, how many times have you gone to your friend's house and played Madden